It's really not surprising that you have no
Okay,
idea what you're talking about.
let's
None.
just talk about how that happens for a second because
Z, can you drop for poop real quick?
Thank you for having me up.
Thanks, man.
Crook, do you still think that trans women should be breastfeeding?
What you didn't give a nutrition risk. You said the medication they're on to help induce breast milk production, which again cisgender women use the same.
Not approved by the FDA and
Doparidone,
Guys,
which
I have
is a
some
dopamine
studies to show you.
antagonist. And nutritional values into the woman's nipple, and the woman will create milk produced specifically for that baby. That's why actually
signals their
you
brain
shouldn't
to
be
produce
sucking
more.
your woman's nipple, by the way, because it can interfere with your baby's nutritional values.
And that's
Fun
such
fact,
a
by the
great,
way.
amazing point of why men are not women, because
Right.
the baby sucks on a male's nipple, it's not going to go to, like, it literally send a signal to their brain to produce more milk. Their body's just going, what the
Right.
fuck
And
is
I
going
just
on?
want corrupt.
Women's bodies are built
I
to do
just
that.
want you Also, there's also DOI 10.11.
Liberated also made a good point that when you're breastfeeding your baby and your baby is sick,
I'm trying to know food supply.
Yeah, DOI 10.1177. So in these two studies, they analyzed the milk that was produced. So the average fat for a feeding woman was 3.4 grams, and the amounts collected from trans women ranged between 4.1 grams to 6.2 grams, and the amount of fat in the milk that the infant receives is important for their growth and development, obviously. But the ranges of fat that the trans woman has can also hinder their development. It can cause them to be obese, have health issues, diabetes, because of how little nutrients they're getting. They can still become malnourished as well.
yeah, they're not getting the nutrients they needed, and they're also getting like forced whatever crap is coming out because of the drugs they're intaking into their body. So
Right.
sick and selfish.
Functional lactation can be induced in transgender women, disorder of an illness.
Corrupt, I find it quite worrying you're standing for these things and you know nothing about them. I think that's what's worrying me right now.
That I know nothing about them.
Right, like you didn't know.
breastfeed their own child.
So right, and even in that case, if it supports those harmful chemicals, I would not support, and I would honestly, I think that woman should seek higher medical advice on what she should do, because I think a child's safety is more important than the affirmation of you as a caregiver. And I think if a woman is inserting those chemicals to breastfeed, I think maybe she should reconsider the safety of her child.
But even if
you also have to
right, and I hold this true for trans men and women that think about taking these chemicals to breastfeed. And I understand that some women can't do that, and that can be very upsetting. But the safety of your child needs to come first.
But even
and
if
that's
a
where
woman
I stand.
takes chemicals though to induce breastfeeding, she's fixing an issue that she has. A man
her body is built to do. It's different than a man.
A man is not meant to
14.
lactate, and he's not definitely not meant to have a baby latched to his chest. Fucking P3 bullshit.
Exactly.
Gross.
But also, like, when you're discussing like male lactation, right? There are males that lactate, but it's because they've got a medical condition, and a lot of these men have pituitary tumors. It's not because they're able.
Trans people like to hide behind people with actual medical issues and be like, oh, well, because that happened to them, I'm somehow similar, and it's the same, and when it's actually not at all.
I was reading World War I, there was like men who were starving and they were lactating from the chest due to starvation. Like those are the situations in which a man will lactate.
Real fast, because I've been trying to say this for a while. Undercover, I genuinely respect your consistent view on a lot of
men that either have a mental disorder or a fetish or whatever they've got, and they are testing this on women. This goes beyond on kids, beyond just them wanting to put on a dress and present more feminine. Not only are they taking over our spaces, not only are they taking over our rights, but now they're also impeding on innocent children. They are using them to complete their fetish. They're using them.
Yep. They're narcissism. They're narcissists.
There's Corrupt sitting here saying that's all right, and then Alex said that was all right. You guys are the problem. You guys don't care about women. You don't care about
babies as props for their own
about
fetish.
the men that.
Fact, you don't support women's rights, you support trans rights. You can't support both because they cancel each other out.
Yep.
They conflict each other.
You were to, let's say that trans women were allowed to have this medication to breastfeed their kids, then
I don't see any source that says the nutritional value of breast milk from trans women is inherently inferior than the nutritional value of breast milk from cisgender women. That being said, if the medication states that is being transferred to the infant, I will absolutely concede that should not be done in cisgendered women or trans women. However, there's no studies showing that any kind of hormone ingestion in either cisgender woman or trans woman is transferred over to the infant. That's not to say that other medications can be, because absolutely other medications are, and that's seen in cisgender women who are breastfeeding. But I don't think that's a fair argument in terms of trans women. You can argue
You
that
can find that on
engage with your evidence that it's true or false. If you're going to make a claim, you need evidence that it's true or false. It's really based on how you feel, how you think. Then you're. I'm going to be honest.
Well, I know that.
I don't know what you're referring to.
There doesn't seem to be evidence for that the nutritional value is inherently lower. Again, if you're talking about the chemicals, I will concede that that's probably the case based on what you show me. But
So
the nutrition,
there's no
They need
long-term.
chemicals to produce at all. So it's
So because there's no long-term evidence that the nutritional value is adequate, you're saying that it's okay then?
no,
Do
I'm
you not see
saying
how
that.
backwards that is? I think we
saying
should
that's-
have evidence.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not saying I'm saying you
So
shouldn't be
because
that
there
argument.
is no evidence, you should hold the same stance that we do.
Why is there no evidence? Because there's just been a
Because of the chemicals, it wasn't safe for children, and there cannot be
In
long-term
fact,
studies on
also
that.
there has been an explosion of trans people within the past, 10 years?
So real
Yeah.
fast, I would like to say that if there's no evidence for or against something, the should hold is I don't know, and that's what I'm going to say because there's no evidence for the nutritional value being higher or lower. So I'm not saying that makes it okay, and I'm saying that makes it so where I don't know.
So
Well,
right,
as
and
an
in this
intelligent
case,
person,
there's
I
no
know that
evidence
babies
that
should
the
not feed
nutritional
off
value is.
chest.
Sorry, one sec, Haley. So in
Okay.
this case, the nutritional the nutritions that the baby would to practice this, right? Because there is no evidence to me that this is safe.
If it's,
I mean, they do studies all the time.
I think it would be safe to say
On
it's
others.
unsafe if the medication is being passed into you, but the nutrition is not enough. I wouldn't say it's necessarily unsafe. I would just say it needs to be supplemented with something else. Supplemented with food. I mean, that
2 seconds, 2 seconds,
The
guys.
subject
Gabriel,
really
2 seconds. Coffee,
pisses me off.
coffee.
It's really
2
nauseating.
2 seconds, guys. Hey, Gabriel, can I get your age for TikTok?
I'm 21.
All right.
The topic of men chest feeding just makes me sick to my stomach, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's disgusting.
It is.
It really is
repulsive.
disgusting.
It's repulsive.
Like, regardless of the nutritional content of whatever leaks out of their nipples, it's nowhere near enough. Hang on, it's nowhere near enough to feed a baby. Babies eat, like, they have to breastfeed several times a day, every single day. Like, it's not enough.
Not only
And
that,
regardless
We don't
of
see
that,
it in nature at
hang on,
all.
Kaylee.
on,
Regardless of that, there is no reason for an infant to be fed by these men. They have a mother, and if their mother can't breastfeed, there is formula available. There's no scenario where a baby is starving and the only option is a trans woman who's taken a cocktail of drugs in order to,
yeah. So it's
lactate.
just
They don't even have to be trans. Like,
Well,
a male
and the
cannot
thing
do
is,
that.
you feed babies, like feeding babies is based on need. It has nothing to do with the happiness or affirmation or, enjoyment of the person doing
Well-
the feeding. It is 100%
Selfish
about the
narcissism.
baby needing to be fed. So
It's just another reason to put women in
experimenting
a
on
third
hungry
category.
infants in order to try and affirm the identities of these men who wish to be women it's deeply unethical.
It's putting you guys back in a third category again. Just another reason for men to want to be women. It's a men's rights fucking movement. It's disgusting as hell.
It is.
And it's just saying, oh, we don't need
It's a
women now.
mental illness movement. I will not call it a men's movement.
Men like Echo.
It's mentally ill men's movement.
People want to, even these people that aren't trans, just want to come up here and be like, support these people and everything they want to say to support these people, but they don't realize that they're literally actually doing horrible things for these people. These people need actual mental help. They don't need you to be an ally. They don't need you to come up here and support them. They need you to realize what the fuck they are, and for us to all realize that these people need mental help.
Yeah.
People like Echo just want to silence women. They just want to
They do not
harm
care about
women,
women.
and they want to keep going with this harmful rhetoric.
They also don't want to offend.
And like, in terms of Echo, like, there's no hope for him. Like, I hate to be the person to say it, but there is no hope for him. He's pretty set in his ways. He wants to harm these people. He wants to be a bad person, and if that's what he wants to do, by all means do it. But I'm here to fight for women's rights, and that's what I'll do. So
let's just get off this topic. This is getting honestly pretty reductive. There's not really any point in going any further with this, and the terms you guys are using instead of just saying male lactation
question really quick.
I didn't hear your question. Anyway, no, I didn't
What
hear your
is the spontaneous production of milk? Which is what you would be. What is that called?
I have no idea. It's just like
galactorrhea. In the biology field, and you're defending this.
I didn't say I was in biology. I'm saying I have studied biology.
Produce milk, and it's not even milk actually.
I'm trying to. I'm not saying anything that men can breastfeed. Honestly, I think it's weird. I told you guys when I joined that I think you guys. I agree with a lot of things that you're saying, but I want to discern the fact that you guys keep saying that these people need drugs and have mentioned drugs and nutritional value. All of these things. I understand all of that. I am saying that all I'm saying and trying to point out that it is physically possible for women, like cis women, that have problems breastfeeding, and men have the ability to produce.
Is
I never said
crazy how you're still.
Well, the thing is, maybe you should go like ask for a refund for your degree because you're clearly not a medical professional if you don't even know that men cannot lactate without an underlying condition.
Or Gabriel, you said you never said you're in the biology field, but the first thing you said when you came up was not I studied biology. It was I am.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I said I have studied biology.
We all have.
I never said that I've worked in the biological field. I've studied it. I didn't go into depth on how long. I didn't go into depth on how much.
Then why come up?
If you're not
in it, then why bring up a freaking claim that you have no idea what you're talking about?
Because there's no reason to keep on this point over and over.
Yeah, it just kind of coincidence. You can go on redux.info, look at it. It's disgusting.
Wow. Yeah, I saw that. You posted on your page, right?
Yep.
There's nothing good about it.
And another one yesterday was a trans woman is seeking seeking to go into women's prison after he raped a 14-year-old boy.
It's just special pleading.
It's always the male inmates who are being affirmed. It's never the females who are being put in the men's prison. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because
They
men
don't care.
It's a men's rights movement.
It's a men's movement. Yeah, only men benefit.
I have one of my best friends. Actually, very happy that he
I
did.
highly
What did he
doubt
go to
that.
jail for?
I don't want to say on the live because it was pretty not okay. But it was
A male prison?
Yes.
Send that to me, please.
I feel
on one
so
of my
bad for those
I don't
women,
believe that's
honestly.
true. That bitch is getting torn to shreds.
You back, Bop? Go ahead.
They'll have her barefoot and pregnant faster than she can say gender affirming care.
Dude, I don't even know what's going on. I low key, I'm door dashing right now.
Oh, are you?
Dude, bro, DoorDash took my money, bro. I'm trying to get it back. I need $10. Yeah, I need $10. I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
want
dude, I'm
Echo
trying
to
to get
get
some nacho
through.
fries. That's why I left to let y'all debate. Cause I low key don't even care.
so okay. I mean, Doc already has agrees that yeah, there are trans men in men's prison. So let's
I thought y'all was
that's
gonna actually debate about a whole different topic. What wait, I'm
yeah, sure.
confused.
Let's
Somebody
debate
said
on what you
something.
can.
No, some guy came in here and said something about like man breast. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Well, we were talking about the same subject we were talking about before you
Dude,
went.
I
Yeah.
looked that up. It's an extreme rare condition.
Yeah, but it's still
Why
not
are we
the
debating that?
nutritional value.
What is that? What is that an argument about? Something like
They're
maybe
trying
like
to say it's normal and healthy, and they're making me sound like I'm crazy for being against it.
why
No, I
would you
don't think
want?
it. Yeah, I think it's saying it's
But they
normal
do
and
that.
Why would
wrong
you? My
objectively.
question is, why would you even want man to produce milk in the breast in the first place? They're not a woman.
He
Well,
wants to affirm himself as a woman. He feels more
I
like a woman when he can do it, and that's all
I
that
think
matters. A man's
I ain't gonna
feelings.
lie, y'all got delusional
Right,
mind.
and I don't even want to go back into that debate because there's
I'm
so
not. I
much
don't want
more
to
I
go
could have
back into
said,
it.
but I
Here,
think the important stuff was already
I
said.
can bring up the stats for you,
Nah, you're
Corrupt.
fine. You're fine. I'm
No,
She's fucking history.
Why do you think all trans guys are short? This guy that I'm friends with, he's my height. He's 5'8".
A big screaming bop.
Because women on
6% of those trans women in prison are in for sex offenses against women and children. Look at that blue graph. They're in general pop. So you take 700 of
Why
those.
everybody keeps saying it's on Bob? What the fuck are we talking about?
Also, no, not all went to prison. Only 2 of my friends did, ironically, and both of them happen to be trans guys.
Exhausted transmit. What are we talking about, bro?
Well, they're saying
we're
how
talking
females...
about prisons. Am I loaded?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Bro, you keep saying it's on Bob. It's on Bob. What's on Bob? I'm confused.
Bureau of Prisons.
Bureau of Prisons. They're saying female people who
Oh,
identify
yeah.
as men are in
Yeah.
the male prison.
Yeah,
Bop.
they are.
Bop.
They are.
Bop is Bureau of Prisons, is what he's talking about.
Okay.
So, Jordan, how many males in the women's prison? How many trans men versus trans women?
So there's about 600 and there's from this one, because it's 2025, which is last year. There's approximately 620 trans men in prison, which right now they're probably going to be more. And then there's 1,360 in federal prison of trans women. Yes. So about 700 of those are in there for sex offenses, and they're in general population.
Wait, the prison is named Bob?
Bureau of Prisons is the acronym.
Oh.
Oh my god, you goofball.
I'm sorry, bro, because you kept saying Bob in the comment. Like, why you keep calling my name?
Absolute goofball over here.
If they put a woman in a man's prison, that is fucking suicide for her, and that is evil, whoever did that.
Honestly.
Have you seen some trans men, just general question, not me, but actual, like, trans men who are less clocky?
What about them?
Because there are some that are like 5'10", and there are some that are like 5'7".
Yeah, but she still
and
can't...
they're beefy as fuck.
Yeah, but they still can't go toe-to-toe with a man, though.
Bro, what?
I don't know.
No,
like,
seriously.
The trans guy that I'm friends with, the one who did go to a prison in the male wing or whatever, no, he could probably beat up most men, you know. Like,
he could beat up most men. Yeah.
No, he's strong as heck. He could. I 100%
A
promise you.
female can beat up most
insane.
males. You're saying a female person could beat up most males.
You okay, buddy?
Most males that you probably know, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I
this is also
highly
an
doubt
extra
that.
breed, so.
I need to see proof.
Kenya, do you know the effects of testosterone? Sorry,
Yeah, testosterone has an effect, but I don't think a woman on testosterone can beat up a man.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
You're telling me, Exhausted, you can beat up a man.
5'2". You probably couldn't if you're on testosterone, but this guy who's around my height absolutely could. You also have to keep in mind there are studies.
So, can I ask you a question? If he can really beat up a man, how about we test the theory? How about we get a random guy from the streets, we don't know him or nothing, and they fight in a boxing match?
Yeah, they wouldn't last.
Yeah, they actually would. You are so smexist, it's not even funny.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's
it's
No,
What
you really
are you
are.
talking about?
You're sitting there talking about women being a lesser. Like,
We are
It
honestly,
lesser
is. Well, it
physically.
is. It's proven fact, Jaden. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
it's
god,
We
it's
are
really
physically
not real
smaller
fast.
and weaker.
Have you
dude, I'm
have
confused.
you seen
dude,
the
I
study
swear.
You know what's being smexist is saying you're a man when you're not.
Okay, have you seen
Bro,
the have you seen the study?
honestly,
That is
I've done
sexy.
MMA. Like, when I was in my prime, I was
So,
lifting
Exhausted, let me ask you a
175
question. Let me ask you a
pounds.
question.
Bro, for real.
Exhausted, can I ask you a serious question? This is a serious
Yeah,
question. Do you
yeah,
think
sure.
you can take me on a fight and you did MMA?
I've done MMA. How tall
I
are you?
did boxing. I only did boxing all my life. Do you think you can
Okay.
take me in a fight?
How tall are you?
Okay, I can. Okay, I'm 5'7". Just I'm 5'7", 5'8". There you go. Just to
Okay,
be
what's your
clarified.
weight?
My weight, I'm ranging from 280 to 260.
Holy fuck, you're huge.
Yeah, yeah, on the bigger side, shit.
I'm a
I'm
bodybuilder
also
too.
that fat. If
I
that's
lift every
muscle,
day.
I'm running the other direction.
Holy
I
fuck.
don't. Let me say, I box. I box. I started boxing when I was
Holy
years
shit.
old. I did
Damn.
wrestling too. I ask you,
That's a fair
if you
comparison.
get in the ring with me in a one-on-one fight, do you think you can beat me in a fight?
No, we're not in the same weight class. I'm gonna be
No,
honest,
no.
bro.
Well, I gotta be the same weight class. You said the man could be. You said the trans man could be the man. So I'm just saying, like, do you want to fight? I
Not
give. Look,
literally any
I give you
trans
the
men
handicap. I won't.
autistic.
I'll use one
It's the same
arm.
way like a random guy on the street, you'd probably beat the crap out of
I'll
them. That's not
listen.
a fair comparison.
I'll give you a handicap. I'll use one arm. I won't use both arms. I'll use one arm, and I make sure to
That's
be
not,
fair. I tie the arm behind my back.
that's not a fair comparison. That's like asking a random person on the street who doesn't exercise at all and maybe has some experience.
He said he
No
did
offense.
MMA. MMA
Yeah, I've
fighters
done
are known
MMA.
for being vicious and stuff, and they known
I
for
mean,
taking down